RSL Insider presented by AT&T. I'm your host, Brian Dunseth. Real Salt Lake captain Kyle Beckerman back in the United States after pretty much a month on the road with not only the U.S. national team, but a training stint in Germany. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to catch up with him about his integration in the U.S. squad. Kyle, it's been a long year for you. Over 45 games played this season, a lot of air miles underneath your belt, being part of the U.S. national team. About a month ago, the disappointment of losing the playoffs to the LA Galaxy. What are some of your thoughts of how the team kind of dealt with that, and in terms of what you had to deal with, a short turnaround time and joining the U.S. national team?
Well, I think with the playoffs, it was something. It was a little bit, I guess, not easier to take, but we knew how good these two teams we were going to have to go past with Seattle and the Galaxy. They'd been strong all year, and so going into the series, we knew we had a chance to win, that's for sure, and we believed that we could do it, and this was our year, and everything that we did when we did win it. But then when it didn't happen, I think we have a lot of veterans on this team that you just you have to get on with it. It was devastating when it happened right away, but there's only going to be one team that wins, and there's only one team that's happy, and so I think. You just kind of have to look at it that way. They were better on that night, but we gave a good performance. And if things happen a different way, we're in the finals, and we have a chance to win. So it's not like we're far off. We didn't get played off the pitch, and it wasn't like there's a huge difference between us and the champions. So that's encouraging, and the fight and the character that the guys showed should make our fans and the guys on the team really proud.
Kyle, you talked about surprises a little bit earlier. For you personally, getting recalled to the U.S. national team, kind of a turnover in the coaching stage from Bob Bradley to Jurgen Klinsmann. How's it been for you, not only to get back into the U.S. fold, but actually become pretty much a mainstay in the starting 11?
Well, it's always a dream come true, I think, for any player. So being able to represent the national team has been, it's been an honor, and it's something that's so easy to get up for and be ready for. I guess it was something that I kind of put behind me for quite a long time, and you learn to accept that. And then all of a sudden, like I said, for our season, things change really quickly in soccer. And next thing you know, I'm starting against Mexico and France, and these really cool experiences that I thought were a thing of the past. So it's been a lot of fun, and I think we're, as a team, and this changeover, we're all really trying to figure what's going to work for us and what's going to put out that attacking soccer and winning soccer, and we're all trying to do it as quickly as possible.
In terms of being one of those established veterans in Major League Soccer, kind of how was your inclusion into the squad as far as being around these players that have had such kind of prestigious European experience?
Well, I think it gained some respect. Being in the MLS so long, and a lot of the guys on the national team had played a part in growing the MLS, and so I think they respect that. They know it's not easy, and so it's been cool. I mean, really, the best part about it is you get to hear the stories from those guys and what their everyday experiences are, and watching from afar as fans, we just, it's tough to figure out how things are done, what type of level it's at, and when you're in camp with those guys, you kind of get a feel for how it is, and you realize just how humble these guys are that play at some of these top stadiums around the world. So it's neat to be around that, and but definitely we the Major League Soccer has a lot of respect going around. Not only in the national team, but other countries, they know about it.
Not only the short turnaround time from leaving Major League Soccer in the playoffs to joining the U.S. national team, but as soon as you're done with playing against Paris and Slovenia, you have another 2-week stint with Kaiserslautern in Germany. How did that come about, and kind of what were your experiences over there?
Yeah, it came about with Jurgen's really been talking about getting players over to Europe to extend some training and get in, test yourself against the top clubs around the world. So him being from Germany, I'm sure doors opened up, and doors would open up for him in many places around the world. But so he got some things sorted out in Germany. So yeah, it was an amazing experience in France to play in that stadium and against some of those players. And then we went to the Slovenia trip was interesting. I had never really thought of the country since the World Cup, the last in that game, and so to be there and play in their stadium, it was neat, and to get that the win before the end of the year was, I think, important for not only the players but for the fans and everybody. So hopefully we can build off that. And then yeah, I mean, the experience, I'd done a little stint in Fulham in about 2001, so I kind of knew what to expect a little bit. But it was pretty neat to be a part of. You kind of are thrown into their everyday schedule, so you just go along with it and become part of the team, kind of. And I met some guys that I can call friends now, and it's wild how small the soccer world is, because I get in there and you start to talk with some of the guys in the locker room, and the names Danny Kayla, Frankie Hayda, Donovan, Connor Casey, Deddy Ben-Ain, all these guys that played in the MLS or they know about, and for whatever playing in different countries, and it brings everybody together, which was pretty neat. I thought that was kind of one of the cooler things about the trip, and the level was good in Germany, but I think we in the MLS have a really decent standard that we don't give ourselves credit for. I think they do have the money to pay, to have a really strong squad, and their depth to be stronger than maybe an MLS team. But a lot of the teams over there, you'll take an MLS team against their top 11, 12 against their top 11, 12, and you're going to see, I think, a lot of MLS teams would be successful.